What's going on, my man?
Wait, hold on one second.
Got us live, man.
Yeah. My man.
What is going on, my man Isaac? Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Mr. Sweeney. Hey, brother. I got an offer.
Man,
Can
listen,
you tell by what?
can you turn your volume up? Is it me or you?
Maybe me. Let me see if I can turn this volume. Y'all know it's been a while. I'm up. Is that better?
Oh yeah, much better.
Yeah. Mr. Sweeney, how are you?
All right. Let me get this thing out of my ear.
All right.
Man, Happy New Year to you, man.
Happy New Year to you. How you doing?
Man, listen, everything is everything. It feels as if I have not seen you in quite some time,
Woo.
man.
Woo.
We took
Man.
a much needed hiatus, and here we are in 2024, about to represent.
Oh my goodness. It's been way too long. Way too long. Too many things happening. I love the title of this tonight's live, man. Man, listen.
Man, listen, we have so much to talk about and catch up on. I really don't think we have enough time, but we're gonna try our best to get it all in. At least have a decent conversation to kick off our first episode.
Ralph, I got a little bit of a surprise for you.
I don't need no surprises, man. Listen here, I got my butt kicked this weekend.
Listen. I want to just play something for you. I know we gotta get it out the way. We might as well get it out the way. We wouldn't be who we are if we didn't get this out of the way. And so we gotta wait a minute, let me see. Hold on for a second. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this right, Ralph. Yeah.
Man, look here. If truth be told, if you're about to play what I think you're about to play, we almost about to lose our friendship, man.
Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
No, it's not up.
What's that?
You bring the clip up?
Yeah, let me see if I can add it to the stage. Let's see. I know, right? Let's see.
I'm not going to say a word. You know how I feel, but I'm not going to say a word. But I will say one thing right now. How about them Cowboys?
They don't want to cooperate with me. Let me see.
But shots have been fired tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
How about them Cowboys?
You know what? Before the season started, you and I had our conversation on what we're gonna do. I think you were talking about the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos, and I said I was gonna jump ship, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna remain with the Cowboys. At least see what they got to do. You know what I believe, man. Now that I think about it, the ESPN, Sports Illustrated, and all these outlets super hype up the Dallas Cowboys all throughout the year and get us all hyped up, thinking that we got some special talent or whatever. And we're no different from any other trash team out there. And they get us hyped up, and we believe the hype and end up every year being disappointed. I think this is probably our third, fourth year being 10 plus games.
Yeah,
10 plus games and ended up like this.
Yeah.
This season right here had a lot of hope in it. But then when we get to this game right here, this is, you know what? This is the first time. This is the first time that I have ever felt embarrassed by the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we've lost many games over the years, but this is the first time that I actually felt the embarrassment. And I'm one of the ones just like you. I don't like to lose, but this one right here, seeing them lose and not having that kill mentality, just what I don't know what it is, but it's not the Cowboys that I know. So I'm going to have to rethink my options going into next year. I don't think I got it in me to stomach another year of this Cowboy trash. So I have been, ladies and gentlemen, I have been a Cowboy fan ever since I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. 5 or 6 years old. Here I am, 50 going on 51, and I'm rethinking the whole thing. I'm like, this is not for me. I hate losing terribly. That was terrible.
And you win it in the regular season. It's as they say, poetic justice or whatever you want to say, but it's you're not alone, man. You're not alone. I am just a fan of sport. I don't have a particular team, as you can see. Some people may think I'm wearing Alabama, but I'm actually wearing Atlanta Braves World Series hat. But I'm gonna go to the highest bidder. Whoever wants to buy me as a fan, I'll cheer for him. I'll root for him. Listen, I'm sports is entertainment now. Sports is not what we grew up off of. It's something different. So
even when you listen to this. How the goddess is now jumping ship. If I'm not mistaken, weren't you a New England Patriot? Come on now. You're gonna jump ship like that. Now keep in mind the Philadelphia Eagles lost. Pittsburgh Steelers lost. Miami Dolphins lost this past weekend. And so those were all exceptional teams as well. So, hey, maybe just not our year, man. It's like maybe just not our year. But this is the first time that I ever felt embarrassed by the Cowboys. And I'm glad I didn't go into work this week because I would have called in sick because this is man, atrocious.
Yeah. They have they called you? I mean, are you on watch? I mean, I know this is devastating.
Now, you know what? I must have received maybe 100 texts, 3 dozen telephone calls, people trying to, reach me like, I think people started calling like after the first quarter.
Right.
It's like after they was losing by 21 points, man. It's like, this is terrible. Tragic.
Yeah, just one of them days. You just didn't have it.
Man, listen, I'm through with the Dallas Cowboys. Through. I think you all can see in the background that I have this Dallas Cowboy football with the flame on the top. I'm trashing. And you know what? I'm not going to trash it. I'm going to sell it. Give it to whoever wants that thing in the back. I'm finished with the Dallas Cowboys. Speaking about Alabama's, you got on the Atlanta Falcons, but Atlanta Braves, but Alabama has named a new coach.
Oh, man, it's a lot going on. I mean, Nick Saban retires, man, finally. I'm excited. I mean, maybe to make it more interesting. I know it has been the last couple of years, but, Alabama's dominated the sport. So it's just good to see something else. And they have the Washington Huskies coach. I mean, it's the Wild Wild West, Ralph. I mean, players can get in the transfer portal, and I don't want to get too deep into that. But now coaches, they could be playing against somebody one game, and then next thing you know, that coach is coaching the opposition. So it's an amazing time for college sports.
You know what? You mentioned the portal. You have your players being paid. It's like, oh man, how do you compete with that and put up with that? It's almost like not what our school can do for you, but how much am I going to get paid for coming to play for your team?
Ralph, I'm trying to get paid. Listen,
Exactly.
the fans,
Exactly.
we put I don't know what I'm gonna come up with a new term, but I just follow sports entertainment now. I don't know if I'm a fan. I'm trying to see ways that I too can extract some of these billions of dollars out of the system that is what we call sport. But everybody's making money. The players are making money. The coaches are making money. The boosters have the money. The owners have the money. The only people who don't financially benefit from sport is the fans. So we got to figure that part out.
You know what? That is something. Pay me to come and see you.
Yeah,
Isn't
pay
that something?
me.
Pay me.
Pay me. I
to
will
sit
cheer
in the
for you.
seats. Pay
Fan
what?
for
A couple
hire.
$100 for a seat.
Yes.
Oh man.
But not any seat. Now Jackie and I got spoiled. We went to Panthers game. I think it was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and we went to the booth. We went to the where they have the seating where it's they prepare your meal and all that, and you got the best seat and stuff. And this was one of Jackie's first professional games. She was like, man, yeah, I'll definitely come to this kind of game, if we got this kind of seating and food and catering too. And so if I'm gonna be anybody's fan, I need to be in the VIP.
Exactly. Now I wasn't in the VIP when I went to go see the Panthers and the Cowboys play earlier this year. I mean, late last year. But it was a very nice, sunny day, and I enjoyed it. Great company. The food was great. Just like you described it, man. It's just an all-out great experience.
Yeah, most definitely.
But
well, Ralph, go ahead.
I see you have the Atlanta Braves cap on, and I got on my beanie. Man, because it's like 20 degrees outside. It is cold. It is definitely boo season.
It's boo season. But I was going to lean in and say, it is boo season. Oh, my goodness. Man, it's nothing better than to cuddle up to a fire, maybe get you a nice blanket, sit on the couch, just gaze into the flames and just whisper sweet nothings into each other's ears. Man, it is boo season, or as you call it, is it cuffing season?
Cuffing season, boo season. It is all the same. It's going to end on February 15th. So, if you don't tie that person down, then it all the Cinderella story ends on February 15th. And if you're good, it's extended into sundress season. Sundress season starts February 15th and goes all the way through September until September.
Ralph, Jack and I are still at it. We Marriage 360 trademarked, and
congratulations.
Excited about that. Yes, thank you. It's been a 2-year process, man. Nobody told me it would be that simple. I should have hired an attorney, but I ended up doing it myself. But it took me 2 years to get Marriage 360 trademarked. But exciting things. On February the 9th, 10th and 11th, we'll be at the Ballantyne Spa outside of Charlotte. We're gonna get some massages and hang out with some other couples. So it's gonna be a good time at the Ballantyne Spa.
That's Ballantyne. That's what's side of Charlotte. That's nice. That's one of the nice areas of Charlotte, right?
Yeah. Hey, trip already paid for. The Mrs. Jackie said, hey, it's already paid for. Taking that Friday off, man. Kids. What kids? what kids, Ralph? What kids? Man. Hey, perfect opportunity, Ralph. Perfect opportunity. Come on, go to the Ballantyne with us.
Well, I don't want to be a third. I don't want to be a third wheel because It is boo season, and I'm not booed up, so I wouldn't want to hang out with you all and disrupt anything that you all have going on. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but if I was booed
Ralph,
up, I would come along. I would come along with you.
Ralph, I gotta say my feelings are a little hurt.
What's up?
Man, we've been friends. How long? How long have we known each other? Matter of fact, I used you on a reference. I said, "Hey, I've known him for like 25 years." Listen, my feelings are hurt. We've known each other 20 plus, maybe close to, 25 years. And man, my feelings are hurt because after all this time, you have never asked me and Jackie to hook you up. And we feel like we could do this new thing and find you the right boo.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that you all could do that and can hook me up. But like I said, say for instance, I'll look here, the Flytrap family. I don't know if you all have ever done this, where you all have made a recommendation and you wrote somebody's recommendation for a job, and your name is real big on their application and everything, and you recommend this person,
right? And
that person get on that job and they just F everything up. I would hate for that. I would hate for that to happen, man. And like you all, find that dime, and I was like, and I just fumble the ball. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Well, listen,
don't do it, Jackie. Don't do it, Jackie.
We're gonna be coaching you. We can find you the right boo, because we've been at this thing with the Flytrap. We've been at it for what, 3 seasons?
3 seasons, yeah, 3 seasons.
Oh my goodness, this is the 3rd year of the Flytrap, and you've cycled through how many boo seasons?
3,
3, and your list has gotten longer.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what happened. Back in 3rd grade, I was finally picked for the dodgeball team, and I got so good at dodging the balls, and I applied it in my dating life. Whenever the L is dropped, the love word and everything like that, I dodge it. I got to dip, slide, get on up out of there. So I attribute that to my skills at dodgeball.
Yes. Ralph, before we go any further, let's just, we're rebuilding the Flytrap. We took a little time off, but just thank all the people come on. Thank you, Jackie. You're always supporting. And Goddess High Heidi. Miss Anna. Thanks for getting on and following. And I also see Miss Cheryl Nixon Herb. Thanks for getting on. Thanks for getting on, following us. Share and like. Give us a like. Share us again. We're gonna rebuild this thing while we fly, and we got some great things coming up, and also just some good things to talk about tonight. As you know, I'm wearing my hat. I am wearing my hat, and this is not Alabama. Marcus Rowland. Just want to put that out there. Our oldest son went to Auburn, so man, he would kill me if I was wearing an Alabama hat. But anyway, the culture is on fire, Ralph Sweeney. It is. On fire. I mean, it's in fuego.
Man, you know what? Where should we start? Where should we start? It's like, hey, it's like anything we talk about is going to end up being a landmine, man. It's like, before we say this, alleged.
Everything is alleged. We don't know nothing.
we don't know. We just the word on the street is allegedly this is taking place.
Ralph, what country are you in?
I don't even know, man.
Allegedly, y'all. I heard he was in Costa Rica. Allegedly.
Man, I just know it's a long flight to get here, man.
Ralph, I want to jump in here first. I don't know what you had planned, but something that's really just got under my skin a little bit. I think both my daughters went to see The Color Purple. And the musical. I mean, it's divulged into a musical. my daughter, one of my daughters came back, my oldest daughter, she said, I didn't know it was a musical. I said, and my response to her is, I thought it was a comedy. I mean, there's a lot of press, a lot of hubbub about The Color Purple. The Color
You know
Purple.
what with Taraji.
Oh, yeah, that's some
Taraji,
controversy
has
too.
played a major role in the movie.
Yeah.
And she has come out saying that she has not been paid her
Allegedly.
due. Allegedly,
Yeah,
not been paid. But you know what? If you're not being, why take it if you're not being paid for it? If the money ain't
Yeah.
right, they talk about the money before you take it. Why take it if the money ain't right?
Ralph, over the course of our lifetime, I've taken several positions where I felt like I was underpaid. So I don't, you bring up an excellent point. Why take the position? Why take the role if you knew that you signed the contract?
You knew that
Why
going in.
complain?
You knew that going in of what the cost would be. And
Would
if
be.
you knew that before, then who, why complain? Is there somebody not negotiating at the time before the ink dries or what have you, or it was some, think you're gonna get money on the back end if the movie was like a success or something. You saw the numbers before the cameras were ever turned on. So why be upset with something you agreed on?
Yeah, and some of it seems a little petty. I'm not taking sides because, like I say, the movie or the comedy or the musical does us no favors. I mean, as it does us no favors. But point being, some of the back and forth is Taraji says, she didn't have a limousine or she didn't, I guess, have all the accoutrements of what a movie star should have. And I think some fans are kind of critical of her on that part that, hey, you're just kind of whining.
Yeah, I would be on the side of those fans or whatever. Like I said, clearly you knew before going in how much money, and you divulged that afterwards, what have you, seeing the first day success of the movie. But it did decline sharply after Christmas Day. So I'm not sure if it is made budget or over budget. Made more than it was budgeted for, but I know the sales declined drastically or what have you. But then again, like, I'm one of the ones that's never been a fan of remakes.
Nope.
Of it is a culture classic, movie, and anything that's made, I'm the same way when it comes to the Wiz. Why remake the Wiz when you got Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Nipsey, all those folk, in that movie. But why remake it? To me, with this culture, what have you, with Color Purple, some of the negative press, saying that is targeting, men in this thing. So so you wouldn't have the support of a lot of men, for this movie.
Yep. We're a little lukewarm on it. I mean, of course, there's some people that enjoy it. Of course, you're going to always get us with music. So that's just part of our culture. So I think, it's a star-studded cast. I think there was some initial interest, but, the reason why they remade it, Ralph. You know why, right?
Well, drop the bomb on me. What's up?
I'm going to tell you, breaking news here. The reason why they remade the movie, they just want to make some more money. Shit, man.
Why make a movie? We're not gonna make money on it, man. If we're not gonna make money, then don't do it. But I agree. But to put it in the musical and
yeah, I saw where another movie bombed. The Book of Clarence. You got a Jay-Z produced a movie called The Book of Clarence. It's supposed to be, I guess, more of not a comedy, but allegedly his interpretation of the times during Jesus, and so it's his own version of it, and it has not done well at all, man. Matter of fact, we're giving it more press just even talking about it, but it looks like it's gonna bomb. It's not even gonna make a profit.
You know what? I think probably a lot of movies are going to end up being, bombs or lukewarm. If you think about it, the Hollywood has been on a strike.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's true.
not sure for
That's
how
true.
long, but those writers and so forth have been, not on the job, and so you're gonna have plenty of movies come out that was trying to patch things up and make it work, and it's just not going to fly with the consumers out there.
Most definitely. Hey, Ralph, Jackie has a comment in here. She says, I think, talking about The Color Purple, says, I think she's taking the roles to remain relevant. I will say this is not allegedly. She's getting a little longer in the tooth. So, the roles that she would have got, she's transitioning. She said, but Jackie goes on to say, but I think it's tacky to talk about the project and agree to participate in the project. I'm with you, Jackie. I think we have a good consensus. I mean, if you're going to be in the movie, part of your role is to promote the movie and be a part of it. So that's
one of the concerns Monique had. Monique, there's some clips going around with Monique, and Monique says that she took the roles and it was not in her contract to promote the movie. And so they asked her whether or not she will help promote it. And she said she's not under contract to do so. And if she was going to go overseas and promote the movie, then she, is doing it with her own funds to go over there and do it. Okay. Now, if that is so, then that would be crazy.
Yeah, there's not money for her to promote the movie. I mean, that'd be like me saying, man, I'm just not gonna promote the fly trap, Ralph. I'm just I'm just on here. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna show up. I mean, I got mixed emotions about it. I'm not sure, but yeah, a lot going on in the movie. I mean, it seems like Netflix and some of these other mainstream streaming services seems to be taking the movie market. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the last time I went to a movie. It was maybe the earlier part of last year. A group of us went to see this this faith-based movie. That was probably, maybe February or March of last year, and that was the only time that I went to the movie. So movies may be a thing of the past, Ralph.
I think so. My son and I went to the movies. My youngest son and I went to the movies maybe November-ish or what have you, or whenever Godzilla came out.
Right.
Godzilla came out and we went to go see it. And of course, it was closed caption. I guess whatever subtitles. So we watched the Japanese, I think it's a Japanese movie, and read the subtitles, and we thoroughly enjoyed the movie. But I don't think a lot of movies are going to measure up to what we saw with Godzilla, because we have not actually. There was maybe 2 movies we saw last year in the theater, and we spent close to $100 just with the tickets and concession stand,
right?
Food, and boy, that was $100. And then I think about it, like, man, we overspent. We should have ate before we got there.
Hey, when you can wait 4 weeks. It'll be on one of the streaming services. Pop your own popcorn, cook your own food. I mean, most people have larger TVs, so it's. I don't know, Ralph. I mean, maybe that's my age coming into play, but it just seems more practical. Going to the movies. Well, I can't say all of what I used to do when I went to the movies. Maybe Jackie could disclose more of that. But movies was more than just going to the movies.
Man. we walked into that, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? That you brought up something that is, I believe what I believe to be true. Some of the things we used to enjoy doing as a culture, we've pretty much gotten away from that. Like every year we would go to the county fair, and this county fair is not, it's like, what's next or whatever. Or there's certain events that happen throughout the year, like going to a high school football game. In some communities, Friday nights, that's all it was. But now, the stands are empty from what I've seen. Unless the team is winning, they pack the house out. But a regular football game, we're not gonna see that.
Have time for that.
So Going to the movies, yeah, I agree with you. That is out when you can hold your cell phone in your hand or your iPad or just streaming on your TV and get the similar experience. Maybe not get the kettle popcorn or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're gonna get surround sound and all that feel. But going to the movies, paying almost
Hey,
what $15 to get in.
Yeah, no, it's man, you gotta take out a loan to go to the movies. You gotta be a winner. We were talking about winners. Man, let me tell you about a winner.
You can be a winner.
Listen, man, Cat Williams is winning. You hear me?
The last time I looked at the Club Shay Shay
Yes, sir.
numbers, close to 50 million views.
Woo.
50 million views in what 10, 11 days.
Wow.
And everybody and their mama has shown a clip or two, and they're monetizing and getting money off of that off of that stream.
50 million.
50
and I only
million.
have one. Listen, I don't know whether to have issue with Cat or to bow down. And follow me when I say this. I just only have one exception with him. Man, do you think he really ran a 4.4?
Or read 3,000 books.
Listen, that's a bad man. Man, they showed the clip of him running. I mean, he was scooting, man. He was really getting it.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible, maybe high school-ish. I can't see him doing that now, but maybe in high school, maybe he could have surprised us like Prince. Who would have thought Prince could play basketball?
But man, the way he played that video, like it was more, I don't know. Allegedly, it was recently, but man, I mean, even if that was 10 years ago, he's in our age category. I mean, Ralph, as fit as you are, as health conscious as you are, if you went out here and ran a 4.5, 4.4 40, come on, I gotta give you major props.
Oh, if that is the case, then I'm gonna get back into the game if I'm running 4.4. I'm gonna be doing something. Playing
if you can run,
I'm gonna be doing something that, in my age group. I'm going to get a trophy or something. I'm gonna be sitting on the couch.
Listen, if you could run a 4.4 40, you probably could dunk a basketball.
If look here, if I could just finish the race now, I'll be all right, man. It's like,
yeah, that was amazing to me. Some parts, I don't know, there was embellishment. I'm gonna just say it that way. I'm not gonna. When a guy tells a story and elaborates the way he was elaborating, it's hard to call the man a liar. So. There are parts where you say, "Oh, I don't know," but me and Jackie, she says everybody's been fact checking, bringing these receipts. There's been a lot of receipts, bro.
Oh man, when I saw those receipts of when they accuse other comedians of stealing jokes, everybody and their mama can trace back where they got a certain joke from.
Yeah.
Even the great Bernie Mac, I saw a clip of where he may have gotten a joke from, someone else.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And then they showed some a clip of a Cat. Steve Harvey been accused. I'm like, man. So you got to be careful. If you got somebody that's writing your joke, sometimes you got to question, where did they get that joke? From? Where did they get that idea from? If someone else is writing, their jokes. Get at me. I'm good at writing jokes. I can.
He will be in Greenville in March, Ralph. I mean, we're discussing possibly, that'd be a good date night. That'd be a fun date night. Think about it, Ralph. They say,
that'll be a fun date night, but you never know what you're gonna get when he shows up to do that show. I seen a couple of the shows posted on YouTube, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to listen to no speech in that. I want to hear some comedy.
That's right. That's true. That's true. That's true. But yeah, there's, I don't know if we can delve into it a little bit, but one of his points of contention was the gatekeepers. Do you think they're gatekeepers?
Absolutely. Just like,
There was no hesitation.
in order to get to a certain, like say, if you have a manager or what have you, and you're looking for a job, there's always that secretary that's screening those, those resumes and applications. So there's a gatekeeper, man.
Yeah,
You may, but I would be surprised, well, I thought he would probably go further to name those individuals, say gatekeepers, like any name could, pop up, but he didn't have any receipts to prove that there were actually gatekeepers. He just brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of left a trail. He the way he told his story, he kind of elaborated or made innuendo, which was masterful. I love the way that he told the stories. It left it up for you to figure it out or for you to fill in the blanks. And so
Fill in the blanks.
It's beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. I mean, the art of him telling those stories. So it will be hard to prove, but as they say, the internet is undefeated, and people going to search and figure out who the gatekeepers are. So it's amazing.
Well, like I said, you know what, when it comes to certain individuals rising to the top, some of those opportunities are limited. It's like, only one face at a time could be on top.
Yeah.
So in the comedy in the comedy world, who's the face that's mainstream right now that will be considered on top? Yeah. When there are dozens upon hundreds of other comedians just as good or even better, not having that opportunity.
That's true. That's true. It's just part of the game. It happens on the local level. It happens in all industries. I think you gave me a theory about it. It's only going to be a select couple get through, and probably just one main one at a time. And so we see that happen on our local level. I'm sure as you go up the ladder, it happens on those levels. So that's just part of life. What do you do? But now we've been blessed or been fortunate enough you can create your own lane. I think that's the bigger thing I take from what he was saying, that, hey, I just grind it out and create my own lane, and it's worked out well for him.
Well, I agree with you, creating your own lane, but it's also the thought of those individuals who take the shortcut. And taking those shortcuts, you're willing to give up something in order to get something. And he craftily said that he did not give up certain things in order to get to where he is. And like, would you do XYZ to get $200 million? Give up.
I'm with
give
him.
up. Oh hell, my answer would be hell nah. I was like, I just end up, being broke. It's like, nah, can't do it.
I think we can say this much. He says he's remained a virgin through the process. That's a great. I admire him for his. What do you call it? For his. What do you call that when you remain a virgin? For his. Not morals, but for his.
Yeah, like standing on your 10 toes, man. It's like, what, who spearheaded that years ago, and he said that in an interview. Sidney Poitier.
Okay,
said that he would not take roles, certain roles. He would not, do things to. There you go. Yeah. He would not do certain things to take away from his character or belittle his people or what have you. So he did not do certain roles in Hollywood.
That's
Sidney
right.
Poitier.
That's right. Sidney Poitier. Yeah, Jackie Wright, she says chastity. Yeah, I admire him for his chastity from behind. I admire him for that. His chastity.
Pause.
Chastity. Admire that about that man. Listen.
Pause, man. Pause. Time out. Time out.
Time
Time
out.
out.
Time
Time out. Yes, you just admire his.
Say what we gotta say. I admire that about that man. It's a lot of pressure. You know, in his words, he said allegedly some people you just have to tell no. I mean, that's what I've told my daughters. That's what I tell all my children. Sometimes you have to tell some people no because they want what they want. And he alluded to of course, everybody, 50 million people have seen the interview. There are certain people you just have to tell no because they want what they
like,
want.
listen, I got kids, and I just, doing something like that. I just can't go back to my sons and be like, Dad did this. Nah. Just keep it, keep it 100 and keep it moving. And so, but yeah, well, I'm saying a lot of, even it's been what 2 weeks since that show has aired, and we're still, talking about that. People love, according to my barber Shannon, people love, controversy, and that is one of the controversial things that has kicked off 2024, the year of the Mamba, and because of that, we calling that the Cat Williams effect. So how will 2024 pan out when you start off strong like that in the culture? What's going on, Beverly? Welcome, Beverly. Beverly, I'm glad you was able to join us.
Anderson's
this year
finest.
Of the Sneaky Links.
Yeah.
No names associated with that. Sneaky Links.
Yeah. Hey, can I throw this in here, Ralph? So we do a family trip. We usually do it the week before Christmas. Gathered all my youngins, all my kids, girls, boys. They're adults now, all but one. And so we go down to Atlanta and we're hanging out and we're having a good time. Did the aquarium, did some other stuff, ate at some establishments. And me and my two of my sons, we went to the Slutty Vegan.
How was it? I've heard a lot about it.
Listen, it did not disappoint. I'm telling you, it was all that in a bag of chips. But they had something on the menu. Of course, Noah was with us, and Noah looks at he was like, I can't order anything off this menu. I'm like, why? Why you can't? He said, I can't say these words. So no, but I actually got, what did I get? I got a sneaky link, and which is a hot dog and something else. I got a burger.
Pause.
Wait a minute, hold on, let me find this. Look at the screen, Ralph. Flag on the play.
Pause.
Listen, man, I don't know what they put in that hot dog, but it's supposed to be vegan. We had a good time though. We had a good time, man. We had a good time, and you need to check out the menu. We're trying to go the vegan route right now. I'm a pescatarian, and that's not to be confused with a political party. But I'm going that route. I'm a Presbyterian. That's what my uncle would say. You what? You a Presbyterian? Boy, why you ain't Baptist? But yeah, just doing the fish and stuff. So, but that was good. It was good doing the. I went one night and did. Slutty Vegan was excellent. I would highly recommend it if you can get there to it.
Now, no, go ahead. Looking up something.
Yeah, no, there's some good spots here in Greenville too. Let me say that.
I was going to say that here in Greenville, South Carolina. Be sure to check out the Naked Vegan.
Oh yeah,
the Naked Vegan. One of my childhood neighbors is running that and owns it, and been there several times. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna go there tomorrow.
Is that right off Haywood?
No, that's off of Pleasantburg.
Pleasantburg. That's right.
Yeah,
Right off
Pleasantburg, right,
That's
right
correct.
next to right behind formerly the now closed Tanner's. I think Tanner's has been open for many years. Almost what 60 years, 50 years,
Oh man,
and they
Tanner's
closed back in December.
man, Tanner's went out in flames, didn't it?
Yeah, they did, man. I was driving down Pleasantburg, and it's like, man, everybody, in this line to get some punch, some holiday punch. Could not keep up with the orders the last time. So they said the restaurant is closed, but yet they're still open to selling the business.
Wow. Yeah. If y'all could put in the chat some of the different vegan spots here in the upstate. Here's Anna says, I love sandwich made from mushrooms. So delicious. Yeah.
Now, who made that? Is that Naked Vegan or the Slutty place in Atlanta?
I don't know. I believe that's in Greenville. But the cool thing about the Slutty Vegan is they have a menu book. They show you how you can make your own dishes at home, which is pretty cool. You can make the same dish there and get the same ingredients. And so I'm just educating myself. I don't know if I'm sold on impossible meat. I think I have. I'm not sure because it does have some GMOs in it. But it has a lot. I don't know if it has a lot of soy, but it is the base of it is soy. So I'm still kind of struggling through the meat part of like plant based and eating impossible meat. I'm not sold on it.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So the item that you bought at the Slutty Vegan,
yeah,
would that be considered a salad?
Yeah, I mean, when you get down to the essence of it, yeah.
So you ate a dressed up salad that looked like a hot dog.
Oh, it was delicious.
Yes. Oh man,
one of the best salads I ever had, man. I've never burped during a salad, but this thing made me burp.
So I'm saying, with your visit down to the Slutty Vegan,
Mm-hmm.
how long did it take for y'all to get your food, and how long were you there for the entire visit?
Man, that's the cool thing, man. It's fast food vegan. It was like going into a Burger King. I mean, it was I say we had to wait maybe 7 minutes. They have a lot of swag in there. I'm not sure how well it would do in South Carolina in the upstate because a lot of the menu is slang terms and that would kind of struggle here. But the food is phenomenal, and it's they have a DJ in there and they're playing music, so it's kind of as the young people say, it's a vibe. And but in all, it was like going to Burger King and they had all healthy food. It's a pretty quick experience.
Like, I believe you guys are enjoying saying slutty. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna dial back from our use and love of slutty.
That's true.
But sometimes you can have a slutty time. Getting rid of the word slutty. So, are you going back to the slutty vegan?
Most definitely.
All right, I'll say we're gonna have to make that a spring trip.
Let's do it
on our next visit. Next outing down in the A-town.
Listen, my beloved enjoyed the aquarium. She had a ball watching the whales, the sharks, all that good stuff.
Now, you know what? I haven't been down there since we parted ways with Pleasant Valley.
Yeah.
Because that was one of our yearly deals or whatever. Yeah. Huh. But then again, my kids are older, so
they would enjoy it. The whole family went. We had a ball. We had a ball, man. Just there, and of course, all that's kind of tied in. Coca-Cola's right there, all that. So she had a ball, man. She loves whale watching. So anybody want to join us to go watch the whales? Free date.
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, the time now is 1 minute before the hour of 10. And on the downside, from this point on down, we get down and we're gonna talk about it. The newly trademarked business.
Yes.
We talk about relationships and dating. And what better way to talk about your relationship and dating from two, midlife guys, one of them married and the other one not, one of them still in the streets and one of them, settled down.
Yes.
let's get it from my perspective. So throw the question in the chat box.
Yes.
Throw the question in the chat box, and we will talk about that subject. I know Beverly probably got some good ones. How
we're always getting questions. I want to kick it off while somebody's putting one in. This young lady asked me, said, "Hey, how do I find a husband? How do I find a husband? How do I find a husband?" And my simple, short answer to her was, "You don't find a husband; he finds you."
You know what? That's like if she gonna look for a husband, she might as well be the one drop down on her knee and propose to him, because it doesn't work that way. But then again, you do have some people who are aggressive. You gotta, one thing for sure that you gotta do. One thing for sure you gotta do. If you see somebody that you're attracted to, you got to get over yourself and make it known overtly that you are interested in that said guy.
That's true.
Because if he don't know, he he may not make the first move. Not that they don't want to. It's just who wants to waste their time or whatever. So there you go.
Yeah.
Make him aware. Make him aware.
Yeah. There's this thing called mixed signals. I think what I'm hearing from young men, and I deal with a lot of young men on a weekly basis, is they just don't know. They're confused. They don't know. They don't know if someone's interested, not interested. They get these mixed signals. So it's hard for both sides, I think, to know. We got our first question round. Let me put it up here. Yes. So my question is, why are you guys expecting women to make the first move, though?
That has always been the case. The woman has always made the first move.
Wow.
The woman has always like, you look at the let me straighten up here.
Yeah.
You look at the old movies or what have you. You see the ladies walking around with their dresses on with the umbrellas and everything, and this one lady may drop her handkerchief or whatever, and the guy comes up and picks up the handkerchief and give it back to her, and they strike up a conversation. That's the first move. The first move may, like Beverly, like, let me tell you this. Go into Home Depot and ask for help. Ask for help. When you ask for help, make sure it's a genuine question, because you don't want the guy to think like, oh, she doesn't ask a question. Ask like, I'm trying to fix XYZ in my house. Can you help me? And there you go. That's the first move. You got what I'm saying? You got to do something to get the guy's attention. Otherwise, he's just distracted by the noise outside of you may blend into the background. But if you do something different, boom, bam, bada zing. There you go. Now, if you're bold, it's like, listen, here's my number. Give me a call. And that's, whatever. You got to be bold.
I will say, I co-sign on some of that, what you're saying, Ralph. I don't think women have trouble finding a man.
Break it down.
Yeah, I don't think they have trouble. I mean, men are here by the dozens. We're here by the hundreds, by the thousands, by the millions. There are plenty of men around. But now finding the man that you want and wants you, it's a little bit more complicated. But So when we deduce it down to just finding a man, and I think that's we gotta be more specific in finding the man. And so I think men are in. I mean, it's been proven. There's 54% of men, particularly African American, are in the middle class. I mean, they're out there. But now, is that the guy you want? Do you want that guy that's a plumber? Do you want the guy that's driving a truck? Do you want the guy that's maybe not in the limelight? Do you want that guy? Just regular Joe. Do you want a regular Joe? Regular schmegler.
Well, just keep in mind what we talked about in our previous shows. The moment that you start dating the guy, his stock goes up, or your stock goes up. It's like you have not been dating for a while, and all of a sudden somebody wants you. Now everybody and their mama wants you, and then you end up being FOMO, fear of missing out. So you get rid of him to go to the next person or whatever. So you have to be careful. Here's something to consider for 2024. And so when you tack this on to your question, this is leading to another topic or what have you. Make a list of the things that you do want versus the things you don't want. The moment you start focusing on the things you don't want, that is what you start, creating the path towards to get. So, I don't want nobody to treat me wrong. Then pretty much you're going to find somebody that's going to treat you wrong. So, when you're creating that list, think of all the things you want, and, because the things you don't want, that list is infinite compared to the things that you want. So, create the list of the things you want. And you said you did that. When the next move is to make the first move.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're at a party, you ain't gonna be able to dance if you're sitting over there on the corner. There was a song back in the 80s that said no parking on the dance floor. So you can't park on the dance floor, Beverly. You got to get out there. Can't be a wallflower. That's the next question. What else you got? Heck no.
Let me see. Heck no.
Hey, I'm saying, listen. Hey, this comes from the research department at Uncle Earl. You got to get out there and because you look at all the animals, and not saying that we are animals. Yeah, but maybe we are. You're looking at all the animals in the animal kingdom. The ones who have the good colors and all those things or what have you are the ones that attract. The ones with the loudest, the loudest bark, the vibrant colors, the lively dancing and everything. Then boom, boom, bam, bada zing. There you go.
We have our second question, Ralph.
Oh.
So, you want to read it? You want me to read it?
Oh, I read it. How many times should you and your sneaky link be intimate in a week's time? Asking for my single friend. That's a good question. You got an answer for that? How you want me to answer?
You can answer. Yeah, you kind of know my stance on this.
Well, when it comes to sneaky links, sometimes you have to wait in the rotation. So if the guy has a nice rotation, or if the woman has a nice rotation, you got to sit around and wait your time for that sneaky link to come around or whatever. So you gotta wait. You gotta wait.
Hurt my back, right?
Yeah, you gotta wait your time. You're in the rotation. There you go.
Ooh. Explain that, Ralph. Explain
the rotation.
Rotation, yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying you're on the team. You're on the team, but you're not part of the starting five when it comes to sneaky links. Yeah.
Let me throw this comment right here. We don't do lists. No one is perfect, but if they're willing to work with you, compromise wins every time. That's true. You're not gonna find
wait a minute. That seems like I feel like I'm being attacked.
Oh, that's from the other question. That was from the
okay.
about making the first move and how do you find a man. Said don't make lists. Oh yeah, I can see why you feel attacked. You got quite a list.
Now, dear Jackie,
I want
you to know that I left my list of 119 things in 2023. As of January 16th, 2024, I have no list. I don't have. I left it all alone.
And then Miss Beverly said, "Thank you, Miss Jackie." She threw her list away. Hallelujah.
No, she said, I'm going to. She said she hasn't thrown away yet.
Oh, she's going to.
Going to.
Now, Beverly says, my answer to the sneaky link question is not to have one. He must be willing to say that I am with him and I'm not sneaking with nobody. She say it's in the trash. No sneaking around, Ralph. No sneaking around.
You know what? Ain't no such thing as sneaking around. You know, those sneaky links are there to help you keep going. They're there to help you maintain during your 90-day drought. I want y'all to know that 90-day rule. You know, y'all push the 90-day rule.
We don't push a 90-day rule, but we do think, you know, if you're gonna be intimate with somebody, make sure you got some type of commitment because, you know, the whole purpose of sex is bonding. Is the purpose of it. You know, we teach that if you're having sex with them, you're bonding with them. And so, you know, if you're in a rotation or if you got a rotation, you could compromise your ability to bond.
Yeah, you can. You know, sometimes, you know, never mind. No comment.
See? Yeah. Especially at you know, this stage for I don't know, man. It's the wild, wild west out there. We you know, of course, Jackie and I, we see couples on both ends of the spectrum. We see them, some that are breaking up and they're not going to get back together, and we see some that have committed and going to work it out. And it's really crazy out here with relationships, and so commitment's a big thing. I pushed the commitment rule. Good job, Miss Beverly.
Oh, come on, break that down. What is the commitment rule?
Yeah, talk to us about the commitment rule.
Break it down. Can we bring Beverly on camera?
If Miss Beverly wants to get on camera, she can get on camera. I think I have the ability to. Let's see. How do I get on? Wait a minute.
So they pushed the commitment rule. Well, first of all, you got to be seen, Beverly. Like, don't, you know, like if you got on all camouflage, ain't nobody gonna see you out there. You gotta do something to be seen. You got to make that first move, bust the move.
It sounds good to me. The commitment rule.
You know what? That is a project for you and Jackie. We're gonna. Well, y'all, not me. Y'all gonna bring Beverly on the show and get her hooked up.
Let's see. Miss Beverly, if you want to come on tonight, I can actually send you a link. You want to come on tonight, Miss Beverly? Love to have Miss Beverly on. Okay, let me see if I can. I'll text you. I'm gonna text it to you, the link. I think I can get her on.
Yeah,
we hadn't had a third wheel in a while, Ralph. It's been a while. Let's see.
Yeah, like I said, the last time we had one, Dr. Z. I wonder what she's up to.
Yeah. Dr. Z's doing well. She's doing well. I think we saw her for New Year's on Facebook.
On where? Facebook?
Yeah.
I know I am taking a brief hiatus from my main page. So my main page is down. I've gotten to the habit of scrolling real fast. So let me break that. Let me break that habit and get back to my normal self. So taking a break, my page is down. So I have this page and my admin page. That's about it.
Right.
So basically pushing Denori.
Yeah. While I'm working on that, Ralph, tell us a little. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Tell us.
This is Denori. This is the King's blend. We also have the Queen's blend.
Oh, I can do better than that, Ralph. Let's see.
There we go.
Right there.
There we go. The King's blend is premium skin balm, man, made with natural ingredients. Man, listen, this stuff right here works wonders. Basically, all you have to do is take a shower, get out the shower, dry off, and the first thing you put on before you put on your undergarments or what have you is put on the King or Queen's blend. You too, Smitty Smith, can have fabulous skin. Now, some of my favorite women's fragrances would be Prada Candy and pineapple. Pineapple is one of my favorite. I love when one of the people you're close to wears pineapple, and that pineapple just pops, man. Because you know what? The smell of pineapple is invigorating. So if you were to get our balm and you are wearing pineapple, the other person that's smelling that, and if you all are intimate or what have you, it energizes them and creates that mood that you're absolutely wanting. It's not a sexual thing where you put the pineapple or put the balm in special places. Nah, you just rub it on your skin just like you would do any other lotion. But the smell that goes along with that and the way it works with your body chemistry, man, it is something to behold. Now, one of my favorites, like today, I'm wearing black butter. And I get plenty of comments when I'm walking through department stores or through the grocery store, what have you, and people smell that black butter. It is a masculine scent. It is a masculine fragrance. So it is going to get you some compliments. So be ready. Be ready. Some of us like attention, and I'm one of them. Black butter. So go to www.denori.co. Denori.co. So go out and check it out. And you can't lose with either one that you choose. All of them are great. All of them are great. What you looking up over there, sir?
Oh, just sent out the link to Beverly. So if she wants to get on.
But yeah, you said that our friend is engaged. That is a good thing.
There she is. Miss Beverly's on. I'm gonna add her to the stage. I'm gonna let's see what that looks like. Hello, Miss Beverly.
Oh, hey there. How y'all doing?
Oh, be careful out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being careful.
So we're so glad to have you part of what we're doing. We're rebuilding the fly trap. So explain to us, what is the commitment rule? What is that?
Okay, so I won't get into too much detail, but for me, listen, he got to be about me. I never have been that person who desires to share certain things with certain people. So we share, and we're gonna be sharing with just each other. So he got it just for me. That's the best way I can explain that. And we are making some moves to go to actually be together. That's what commitment is to me. I can go way more into detail, but I don't know what the fly trap want to hear.
Go into detail.
You sure?
I'm sure. Go into detail. You have our attention.
Okay, so body fluids, right? You got several body fluids. One of those body fluids is the body fluid that's exchanged during sex. I believe that that's a certain part of you that you don't give to everybody. And when you do give it to everybody, you giving them part of not just your sex, you're giving them your mind, your will, and emotions. And especially women, we get very tied into those things. And if there's no commitment, then it can lead to a lot of, you know, it'll take away your peace. I'm gonna put it that way. And I'm not willing to leave my peace with anybody. So I'm not gonna be sharing that.
You're not gonna be sharing that.
Not with somebody who I'm not committed to. They gonna
Now,
be
so
lying. Look,
do
I
you
don't
lose
know
some
no
of that?
other word to say. Huh?
Do you lose some of that peace when if you trade in saliva when you're kissing?
No, not the same. It depends. But saliva can actually go there. It can go to that place. So I think you got to be a little mindful about that as well. But no, I don't think that that's the same as
So,
I know that's not the same. Not for me, it isn't anyway. I'll put it that way. No,
so it
not for me.
all boils down to the body fluids exchanged during sexual intercourse.
A little bit more than that, but yeah, pretty much. It's when you have sex with somebody, you're becoming intimate with them in a place to where I believe that you're actually receiving part of them. Especially for women, we're receivers. So you wondering, I have known women to be wondering why they acting crazy. They acting crazy because who they slept with the night before. They have invited somebody on the inside of them, and we carry that around. Scientifically, you carry around sperm longer than someone who's just giving it, right? And so now you got all this other stuff on the inside of you, and you're acting crazy and wondering why.
Now, if you take away the sex part, if you take away the sex part, could the same happen just by having conversations, in-depth conversations with someone? If
Yes,
that
sir.
person, if
Yes,
that
sir, Ralph. It can.
it
Yes,
can.
it can.
So it's not
Mhm.
it's not just the sexual intercourse or what have you, but it also can take place with the people that are in your circle or the people you allow to come into your mind or what have you.
That's right. I think emotionally it can be the same way. I know it can. Um, you allow certain people in your ear and you start to take on their mindsets. And yeah,
What do you have to say with that explanation?
Hey, it's it's the science kind of backs what she's saying. I mean, particularly for females, I think, and maybe that's a unique thing about what's going on in this current dating market is that women are carriers. They tend to carry and receive. And so, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, the effects of sex had tended to have more effects on women. But now we've seen the roles are reversed a little bit. And I tell you what, it's just a different thing out there now. It's a different kind of dating, and trying to find the right one is very difficult.
So, my next question is, what about if the man's pullout game is immaculate? Does
doesn't
that
matter.
doesn't
Doesn't
matter?
matter. Mm-mm. Because here's the thing now. That's like saying, Ralph, again, I don't know how much y'all want me to share on here, but that's like saying we gonna lay butt naked in the bed together. It ain't nothing gonna happen. Eventually, you're gonna want more than the pullout game. You're gonna want more than that. And it doesn't matter. It's going to lead to the same place. And I think that women are not realizing that it's happening because they want to portray this thing that they're so hard and they're they're not involved or taking whatever they can take. But for me, I'm too valuable for that. I'm not taking that. So that's just me.
You know, you know what, Beverly, I agree with you, because I find myself just wanting to be held. I just want to snuggle on the couch and with that special someone and watch some old episodes of Different World. That's all I want. That's all I want. As a matter of fact, I'm on vacation now, so that's all I want for the next 8 days that I'm off. So that's all I want to do. I'm just gonna lay on the couch, eat some of this sweet potato cornbread that I made last night, and just chill and watch, the old episodes of Cosby Show and in Different World for someone
Got to.
with,
Well,
with all that clothes on.
Ralph, that's fine. But at some point, I want the whole cake, candy, ice cream. I want all of it at some point. When it's the right person. You know,
What is the right? What is how do you know? How do you know if it's the right person?
if I had that answer, I think I'd be great if I had that answer. I think I know Miss Jackie was right. And, just by looking at a list is not enough. But one of the things that I do desire is for someone to share my value system. If we have the same values, even about marriage, right? For me, marriage is extremely important. And I want somebody who's going to stand in for the long haul. So if we just have that in common, we can do it. It don't matter if they're a plumber, like Mr. Isaac was talking about, or if they are somebody who, is white collar. It doesn't matter as long as we have those value systems that we're going to stay in it, get around the right people. And even when things are going hard, sometimes you may need somebody to, you know, to help you unwind some things. But I don't know who to right.
Oh no, we lost her. That was a good conversation. She'll come back.
Yeah, she'll come back. I was gonna ask her a question because Ralph, what we're finding out is women are saying what she's saying. I want somebody to share my values with. I want somebody to build with. All those things. But do you know what the number one thing that a lot of women really want?
What's that?
Looks.
From the way a dude look.
Yeah, looks.
I'm saying
Traction.
that's something, that's I don't know, that's weird. Because that would be on like a woman's trait, like you look at somebody based on looks or whatever. Dude just, being a regular dude, it's just he ain't supposed to be doing all this, extra stuff or whatever. It's like go to work, do it, earn the income, be the protector, but now you gotta look good while you're doing it. So I guess that takes out, those of us who are, skilled workers or what have you. So blue collar, because I gotta go to work looking good. Got to look good while I'm at work, and then before I even come home, I gotta look good when I come home. Versus,
that's what it's the look.
Just the look.
Yeah, you gotta be attractive. I mean, we're hearing that. I'm not. What does it mean? Well, and you nobody better can answer this than you. What does it mean when a woman says she's not attracted to a guy? What does that mean?
I have. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever experienced. I've experienced that I'm not someone's type, but not the attractive part. I don't think I've ever gotten that.
What does that mean? You're not somebody, you wasn't somebody's type. Like, what were you, alien? What were you?
Well, like I said, you know what, man? If you look at my physique right now, I'm 6 feet.
Yes, sir.
I'm right at 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And I have been told, by, ladies that I'm used to dating someone 6'3", really, not a football player, but, slightly overweight or what have you. So, and then you get, me at 200 pounds. It's like, I don't look like I'm 200 pounds, but I'm 200 pounds. Like you're too thin or whatever. It's like, no, so I don't know what that means. 200 pounds, So for that individual, I was not qualified to be her shield. Because she was a plus size woman as well, and so dating a bigger guy would take the attention, off of her, because it's like who's bigger between the two of us or whatever. Say, well, he's bigger, and so I'm not the bigger one in this situation.
Hey, we have Miss Beverly back. Miss Beverly, we kept the dialogue going. I asked Ralph, what is being attracted to a guy? What does that mean? What does that mean when women say, "Hey, I'm not attracted to him. He's not my type"? What does that mean? What are women really saying? That I hear that so much because there are times when we say man, I got the perfect guy for you. I got a guy. He loves his mom. He goes to church. He he's got a low debt to income ratio. He works a good job. I mean, he's got all his teeth. I mean, he's he's
You know what? Now you bring up those qualities right there. I have had, other females, other women try to set me up with one of their friends or what have you, and they will bring up all of these things or whatever. It's like, ooh, she's got this nice job, got this and that, but how does she look? How does she look? That's what I'm like, and they're, her, well, the people who were, setting me up or whatever, is like, we're describing them with, describing this individual with, those individuals, their standards. But that's like, that's not what I'm looking for. Never mind.
And now the truth comes to the table, Ralph. The truth comes to the table. I'm glad you said it. Anna said it. God is hot. He said it. If I say it, it means I can't see myself having sex with them. There it is.
There it is. Put it up there. There we go.
It's
up there.
There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Whew, thank you, God is high. Let's break this down. Let's break it down. Break it down. Break it down, high. Because anything happens, he can hit the jackpot at Harris Casino and become, and money, can make someone, look attractive.
Can't see myself having sex with him. What was it that the hip hop group said?
Now you think about it. The lights are out and it's dark, so you really don't need, you don't have to see. You just have to be present.
Do we want to bring Miss Beverly back in?
Bring her back in.
Hey, Miss Beverly.
Hello. I got cut off on the back road, y'all.
In the back rows of Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina.
Georgia.
Oh man, down there in God's country.
Yeah.
So the what we're talking about has exploded. Anna says this. We asked the question, what does it mean that you're not attracted to the guy or he's not your type? And she just put it out here. If I say it means I can't see myself having sex with that person. What say you, Miss Beverly?
Okay, so if you're not attracted to the person,
can you date someone you're not attracted to, physically attracted to?
Yeah.
Oh, physically.
Now I'm saying, suppose he meets all the other qualities that you're looking for. How
can
much
I run through him, Ralph? He love his mama. He go to church.
Break it down.
His debt to income ratio is real good. He's got a 720 credit score. He goes to work every day. He takes care of his children. He goes to vote. I mean, he does all the things. He goes to Sunday school. He does all of those things, but physically, he's not your type.
He's not attractive. How much weight goes to physical looks? Like now, keep in mind that he's well dressed, he's clean, smell good,
got money in the bank.
But looking at his face, you cannot, you're not
very pleasant to talk to. He's still got all his teeth. He has no cavities. I mean, he's all those things.
Before. I've been there before, and I didn't see how he looked until he wasn't all those things. And once he wasn't all those things, it actually increased the fact that he wasn't attractive physically. So I actually had that conversation with somebody and just told him that I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. It wasn't because of how he was looking. It was the way he was acting. And then I started seeing, he's not even attractive. Who do you think? I don't even want to be with him, So for me, that's not the thing I'm after. I tend to actually, if you listen to some of the people who talk about me and who I have dated, they will say that they're not attractive. So that's just me.
So it's not the looks, it's the things, the character.
Yes,
Character,
it's the character.
values.
Yeah, for me now.
Yeah, what really makes a person attractive? What is it that makes a person alluring or attractive? Or that's the bigger question. Is it the physical appearance or is it something beyond the physical?
It's beyond physical for me. For me, yeah.
Miss Anna says, I'm only speaking for myself, but you are speaking for a large swath. Did I say that right? Swath of women. Wait a
Yeah,
minute, we
for
got
me.
more comments. And I had met a guy who had everything, all the above, and he looked like also LL Cool J is the standard of good looks. Just asking. But I just didn't feel sexually attracted to him. We're gonna have to have conversations offline. It's a lot of sexual conversations here. Said he looked like LL Cool J, Ralph. LL Cool J.
No comment.
Only reason I say that, just let me throw in some things from Marriage 360. We know that sexually everything starts in the mind. It's in your brain, and the physical body follows where the mind takes it. So, and I think we all have our preferences. I mean, and I'm not disparaging what your physical preferences are, but when we start to get into this thing of what physical attraction is, as Ralph was saying, just I want to keep it as PG as possible. When the lights go off, all the physical things follow where you are mentally, and if everything is working, if all the equipment works the way it's supposed to work, what is the difference?
What is the difference? And so now she says, it's the energy.
The
Like
energy. Wait a minute. We got to get on. What do you think about that, Miss Beverly? The energy. He's got to have a certain type of energy. That man got to be connected to Duke Power.
No, again, for me, it is more about his character and even the way that his conversation is. I'm attracted to good conversation. I found that out, and the way somebody moves, like how they take care of themselves and that kind of thing. Their looks has nothing to do with it. Neither there. Now, I do want them to have a good personality, if that's what Anna means by energy. Then, not someone who's very negative. That would put me over, put them over on the sideline. They would become probably somebody who I counsel by that point if they always are low energy and not having a good personality, not wanting to see the best in things, but that doesn't have anything to do with their looks. It's not physical, it's more of the way they carry themselves, even around their friends, I one guy wanted to date me once who he just when again energy wise, right, everything was something he wanted to argue about. I value my peace, so I'm not fixing to argue. And that's the end of that. So no, it was a no. I don't want to go on a date. We're good.
So Jackie, Anna says, it's not physical for me, it's the energy. I don't know about that.
So we've gone from looks to energy.
Energy.
Man,
Yeah,
like
what do you mean by energy? What do you mean by energy? Do you mean
Yeah, what do you mean?
yeah?
Tell us what you mean, Anna. And then Jackie puts this, she says, I think people want what they want.
exactly.
But what is
That's
that?
it.
See, when you can identify what it is you want, and this is where we try to help people. You can actually redefine what it is you want. I think we've been taught some things early when we were younger. I think when we started to experience relationships and we started to grasp what they were, we began to change. I think you can redefine what it is. What do you really want? And what we're finding out is most people, they want what they want. I don't know if they know really what it is they want.
Well, when they get what they want, then they don't want it.
Ain't that
Because I've
something?
seen that.
Can't
Ain't
win
that
for losing.
something? Ain't that a trip? Ain't that a trip?
Yep,
We all want what we want, or do we want what we think we want?
absolutely. That's the answer. Think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We want what we think we want. She goes on. Anna goes on and say, "I'm attracted to very smart men, like almost nerdy." Okay,
You know
all
what?
right.
I'm a nerd, Isaac. I'm a thug nerd. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like the Nino Brown of nerds, you know.
Lord.
You like Cornell? You like Cornell West or
I'm
something?
like,
You
you
the
know, I'm
Cornell?
like, what you mean 2 + 2 ain't 4, girl? I will choke you. What you mean you don't, man, like, what you mean you don't know the cycles of the moon, girl? That dumb, you know.
Jackie says, with age comes maturity. Good looking doesn't equal good for you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Amen. Now
Jackie
that's the truth.
Jackie dropping dimes today.
That is a
I
truth. I
know.
like that Miss Jackie said that because
Yeah. But the crazy thing is you got to get old in order to get that maturity.
Maturity.
I want it while I'm young.
So can I throw this
Okay.
in? What your needs that you had when you were younger, are they the same needs you have at this stage?
That's what I was about to say. Totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, they're different. I don't even think I knew what I needed or wanted um, at certain points in my life. And then as I started getting older, I started seeing that it wasn't about what I thought it was about.
Right.
Yeah.
Even somebody like myself who's been in a relationship for a while, man, I think I don't require as much as I used to require because I'm starting to learn me, and Jackie can attest to that. Is that your needs change? I think maybe you exhaust out some of that energy that you like. It just requires something different. And so, even if you are in a relationship, that's why people grow apart. The inability to assess what you need at this point in the journey and realize that it's changed and you communicate that to the other person, I think that's so important. And so whether you're getting into a relationship or whether you've been in one for a long time, assessing where you are now and what is my need, what do I really need, what is it
Now,
that
so
I
you got
need,
your needs and your wants.
and your wants.
Needs and your wants. I got to have a combination of both of them.
Yeah.
Your
Once
needs.
again,
Finding somebody to meet your needs, get your relationship. Somebody who satisfies your wants, man. That's like make you smile.
Once again, Anna says, only me. I know it when I feel it. God, dog, it's a feeling.
Wait a minute, I got something for that. Hold on.
It's a feeling. I was gonna ask something, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Where do those feelings come from? I feel it.
That's for Goddess High Hottie. It's electric.
It's electric.
Oh man. But you know what? That High Hottie does bring up an issue because that right there, well, not an issue, that topic right there is something that is prevalent in the dating world now. They call it matching one another's energy. I really, like I said, I need a good solid definition of, energy and vibration or whatever. Because I'm like, as a dude, I'm like, look here, we jail. We're like, now it's an energy. Like I'm walking around like I got this red glow around my body or something. You know,
Hmm.
show enough, the Shogun of Harlem.
Ralph, back in the day, we would call it, and I'm not really a big fan of the word energy and all that, and I get what it means. I get it's a modern vernacular or modern term. I like the terminology, and people think about this. Are you in rhythm with the person? Are y'all in rhythm? Or is your timing there? In communication, of course, in the direction you're going in. We do a little exercise with couples. We make them actually kind of we use these straps and handcuff them to each other, and we tell them to take a walk. Because a lot of times, what couples are on, people are on a different pace, and so life is all about not only finding somebody that's going at the same pace as you, but also the maturity comes when you can adjust your pace to their pace. And it's all about rhythm, whether you're talking about sex, or whether you're talking about communication, or whether you're talking about building something together. It's about the rhythm. It's about the timing of things. And so I think energy is a fancy way to say, can you get on pace with the person you're interested in? That means, can you speed up or do they need to slow down? Because once you get in rhythm with the person, man, life is so much easier. And so the interesting thing is where people are looking for energy, all of that is predicated on pace and rhythm, even the sex.
Yeah, you gotta have rhythm. The upstroke and downstroke.
Hey, that's I'm gonna drop the mic on that one.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
drop I'm gonna drop the
Okay.
mic on that
All
one.
right, now Jack. I'm reading something that Jackie just posted up here. The sad part is wants outweigh needs in most cases. This is why we end up discouraged dating. Now, if
Yeah.
that is true, let's break that down right there. Looks is something you want, but that person may provide your needs, and so um, can you put aside your wants if your needs are being met? So that is something to consider. Another thing that I wanted to get some feedback on is that, what does it mean when some say, I want somebody I can build with? What does that mean? Like
Ooh, that's good.
the guy and the lady may have two separate careers or what have you, but they still want somebody they can build with. You heard that, Isaac? People say, I want somebody I
Yes.
can build with.
And I'm not sure what today's terminology means. I got an idea, but what I think it means is, can y'all get on each other's schedule? Can y'all go in the same direction? Building. So what's the foundation? If you go, let's say build, we're talking about a building, or building a system, or building a structure, or building a business. Well, what's the foundation of that? That means we got to come together and get on the same page. And I think that's what's important. You won't build nothing with anybody if you can't get on the same page. So I'm using old school terminology, trying to bring it forward, because this is where people have difficulty getting on the same page in time and sacrifice. If you're gonna build with somebody, you're gonna make some sacrifices. I mean, it's just no other way around it. Sacrifices have to be made. And I think that's where most individuals hit a wall. They want to build, but they don't want to build with they want to build without sacrifice. And so if it's very hard to get on the same page if you're not going to make any sacrifices. So, but in today's terminology, I think it lends into, let's create something that's bigger than us, that we can be known for.
But I'm saying, you know what? That goes to another conversation you and I had right there. If that is the case, then you're looking at the power couple syndrome or what have you.
Oh my gosh. Last thing I would ever want to be. Yeah, because and the reason why I say that, me and Jackie, we don't prescribe to that. We don't want to be that. That just comes with a lot of pressure. It comes with a lot of, I mean, it's tough enough being in a relationship, and then now you got all these eyeballs on you expecting you to be something. And every relationship has its ups and downs. It has its nuance to it. It has its difficulties. And so you name me a power couple that hadn't had scrutiny, and I will show you a couple that does not exist. Every person that says they're a power couple gets scrutinized, and it's just tough enough, man. I'm not real big on this power couple thing, because what does that really mean? What you think it mean, Ralph?
The power couple? Oh man, it's like everybody, pretty much, those of us that are out there on social media or in that realm or what have you, have a brand, and most people are buying into that brand than the persona that we put out there, but never looking at the what's going on in the background, or what that couple actually going through. So when they are exposed, it's almost like, oh, this is new. They've gotten away from their brand, but all along this is what's been going on behind the scenes, and we just just now brought to light. So and it's good to have those emblems and symbols or what have you out there, but sometimes we have to be realistic. Are we looking at the real deal, or are we just looking at that individual's brand?
Right, yeah. What
what Isaac, what last year, year before last, Will Smith had a brand of being the good guy until he took a swing and slap Chris Rock, allegedly. You got to put that part of there. He was known as being the good, wholesome American guy, but then after that it's like, okay, he's then you talk about the people who's been around. It's like he's always been like that. And just out in public, never never exhibited that in public because of the brand.
Right. I agree with you. Hey, Anna says, can we be in alignment together even if we have different schedules, live apart? Can we sacrifice, make efforts, overcome obstacles as they approach us? Can he or she be a team player? I agree, 1,000% on that. Is that, can you be a team player? And Ralph, I know you're going to agree with this. On a team, there's positions and roles. And so I think if you have a team type of construct, you got to realize that on every team there are people who make more sacrifices. It's just part of how it works. Your most successful teams have a structure. They have an order to them, and people have roles.
Yes, can she be a team player? Depends on the goals.
I love it. Team player. Can he or she be a team player? We're big on that. We're Team Icy. That's our team name. Because that takes away from Isaac. That takes away from Jackie. It puts the soul foundation on, us. Puts the soul foundation on us. It sounds great, but to build with someone should mean working together and create a home, build a life, raise your children, live, and honor and respect each other. I agree. And sometimes those things are hard, man. It's difficult raising kids.
Like I said, when we're talking about build, what happens when you have two individuals that meet? She has her career, he has his career. Are they to stop doing what they're doing, what got them to where they are, to build something with the other person? It's like, that's a lot of momentum being stopped, to change course to do something else. And what do you do?
Well, I think in the entry stage of meeting a person, finding out what's most important to them, I think, like I said before, somebody's going to have to make a sacrifice. And both should make some type of sacrifices. And it may not be the same sacrifices, but you got to have a vision. You got to have a vision for where are we headed? What do we want to be? How do we want to exist? And I think it's taken Jackie and I about 25 years to figure that out. And by the time you figure it out, you're hitting the next stage, and you got to kind of look ahead to say, hey, this is where we want to be in 10 years. And these are the things we want to do and be doing it together. And so, I think Michelle Obama kind of put it the best. It's probably the best thing she's ever said. You can go 5 to 10 years putting yourself second and saying, man, this is a tough stretch, but for the greater good. And she's a great example of that. She gave away her whole career on the front side to now, man, she ain't got to never worry about anything the rest of her life. So it's finding that person you willing to dedicate that to in both ways. And now, I think whether you agree with him politically or not, I think Barack is kind of taking a back seat and she's on the front end of things. So it's figuring out what is the goal for the next 5 to 10 years. Where are we trying to get to? What do we want to be positionally? I think when you start talking about building something and then realize along the way, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be situations to come up. But if you stay focused on the goal, then it makes it worthwhile, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's something most people don't realize about me and Jackie, and not, I don't put us up to be anything great. But Jackie doesn't want me working third shift. I can't work third shift. That's just, can't, she said, I need all that. She said, I need all that laying beside me. I need that. So I probably could have made more money in some ways, or, there was a time when I was on the road a lot traveling. She wasn't as big on that. So I've had to tailor my career in a certain way. And would that have been my first choice? But I see the benefit of it because it gave me a chance to be interactive with my children more than I probably would have been. So we always say we left a little bit of money on the table. We're trying to recoup some of that. When you go 10, 15 years leaving money on the table where you could have made more, that's a sacrifice. But it galvanized us. So no matter what.
But yeah, you can't equate, money to family time.
That's what I was gonna say, Ralph. I think the family time will always outweigh money.
Yep, it should. But so evaluating that with the person, because the person may say, well, hey, I want you out there making that money. So if you make that money, we can live a certain lifestyle. That's where we have to get those questions answered to find out who we're with. What's most important to you? And so if not, you'll get off skew and you'll find yourself going in different directions. So I think I agree with y'all. Yeah, the family time became the most important thing. But I tell you what, we left some money on the table, and I got to go back to that table and try to get that money. So, I mean, shoot, going back to get that money. Shoot.
I'm saying, I'm saying like you're looking at so many years later, like, okay, now you have that freedom to do all those things. So
I think I left $1 million on the table. I gotta go back to that table.
Yeah, we had to go back and get that, man. Like, hey, I'm on my way, man. I'm on my way.
I'll see y'all later, man. I'm going to get that
money. I want to go back to something Ralph said, though, y'all, about career, like 2 different careers. I don't think that the career is a big deal. Like, it's more about the sacrificing part, like Mr. Isaac said. So two people can have two different careers, but do they have the same goal for the family? You know, yeah. So I don't think the career matters.
Hmm. Now,
And
say
Ralph,
for
you
instance,
mentioned
if I put myself in that equation, like right now, I'm on vacation, and everything cranks back up next week. So I may, because of my, get up at 4 o'clock to get there at a certain time in the morning, and I may wait, may do 12, 16 hours, and hit the house, fall asleep, get back up, do the same thing the next day. So if I'm dating someone and I have that schedule, it's brutal. It's brutal. So we that my schedule trying to match up with someone who works, a straight, banker's hours or what have you, that ain't gonna gel. And so it's like it may you may go 10, 12 days before you see me. And
Well,
then on that 12th, 13th day, when you do see me, I was like, I'm just exhausted. All I want to do is catch up on my sleep. And then once, when I get my sleep back, you're back at work. And so it may not line up like that. So, but then
it
again,
would just
everybody's happy because
depend.
all the money that's coming in. It's like, okay, he's bringing the money. It's just, and so if I slow down those hours, I'm not bringing the money, and it's like, okay, so do I make the sacrifice, or just like I said, do I make the sacrifice, or do I keep bringing in the income so you can live that certain lifestyle?
Well, Mr. Ida said something that was very important. He talked about, we were talking about sex, but it's the truth for, I think, more than just sex. There's a way to talk to someone, even though you're not physically in their presence, that would keep the relationship going. And that's not everybody, but for some people, like I have friends, they have husbands who are like drivers. And so they drive truck drivers and they're gone like a lot, but they have fruitful relationships because they continue to talk to each other, but just in a different way. And it works for them. But it's just going to depend on the person, I think, as to, how that would pan out.
yeah, no, I I agree with you. I think Jackie always says this, and I want to read this. She said, "When you find the right person, you'll do what you have to in order to be with that man or woman you love. You'll make those sacrifices, and
That's it,
um,
Miss Jackson.
yeah. But I think is trying to figure out what's the right person. Is it luck to this thing? And I don't believe in luck. Is it chance? Is it how do you find the right person? Because we hear so many people and we see so many situations where people can't make that sacrifice. Interesting thing, I'm not gonna point out. There's one couple in particular, and y'all wouldn't know them, but anyway, they love each other, but they have so much trouble working through their issues. It's kind of like a love hate thing, and it's heartbreaking because it's like I know this is the person I'm supposed to be with. We just can't figure out how to get this thing right, and so I don't know if that's because the pressure of culture could be past trauma, but for whatever reason, we see more and more of that.
Mm.
Hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac, before we end this show, anything that you want to share from your perspective and the newly trademarked business, Marriage
Yeah,
360.
yeah. Marriage 360. We should have our certificate in the next week or so, but we've cleared process. It's great. We've cleared the process. Marriage 360 will be a trademark that we wanted to make that happen. And so we may have some slightly new branding coming out with it. Um, Man, it's great to see. It took us 2 years to make this thing happen, to go through that process, and it's been great to see the evolution of it, the things that we've learned. Ralph knows the whole story. He remembered the day. I think he remembers the day that it was a thought, and even the tagline, a total view of relationships. That's what we want to do. Talk about, you say, why do we do the fly trap? The fly trap is a part of that ethos. It's a part of that connection. Denori is, and of course, Marriage 360, Baybo. A lot of things are intertwined into, it's not just marriages, it's not just singles, it's looking at the total view of relationships. And that's why we do what we do. I know Ralph and I haven't come on in a while, but we enjoy talking about relationships. And if you do, hey, share this with somebody. It's difficult in this current climate to find that one you want to do life with, but it's possible. We're evidence of that. It's possible. I know Ralph believes that. I know all of you who follow believe that. You're hoping on the possibility that this is true, that you can find that person to do life with. And if you're having trouble, let me do this shameless pitch. Man, come on in. Do y'all see that couch behind me? Listen, we are revamped. That looks romantic, don't it? Sometimes
it does.
Jackie and I
you see that fire in the background?
Yeah. Sometimes we just sit on that couch, Ralph, and just have conversation. If you're having issues, even if it's individual issues, you're having your self-talk is not great. It's not positive. Come on in and sit on this couch right here. This couch right behind me. Let me see to get it. Yeah, right there. That couch behind me. Jackie and I would love to have a conversation with you. And just work through some stuff. We're great listeners. And if you're having issues, whether you're dating, whether you're courting, or whether you're in a full-blown relationship or marriage, if you're having issues, come and see us at Marriage 360. It's what we believe in. We're committed to it. And we enjoy doing it. And so just glad to be on this platform with Mr. Sweeney, Mr. Ralph Rouet. And I think that's all I got.
Well, I'm going to take you up on the sitting out at the couch.
Come on.
I'm gonna work on this right here. So I have for 2024 I have put away my list, and I'm going to work on my knees.
Ralph, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you been able to find a spades partner?
You know what? No, that's a. You know what? I'm working on that. So if anybody wants to be my spades partner for this upcoming spring and summer barbecues to be held at Isaac and Jackie's location, please reach out to me. I know how to play. It's just we have to be able to communicate.
That's it.
As a team.
That's it.
And not threaten one another.
Yes. Miss Beverly, we don't play for money. We just play for the fun of it, but we do play spades, play Uno, other games just as couples and in groups. Do you know how to play spades?
Absolutely do. Yep, we just play for the holidays. Yeah.
I think the last time I was over there playing spades, I just think we just had a bad deal of hands, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Like, I don't know how that happened that you had just bad hands and the other team got all the spades and all this stuff like that. But
so y'all play teams or you play cutthroat?
I believe, I was playing just to play. The other person was playing as cutthroat. And and things turn, rather quickly. And I was like, okay,
Ralph was gonna get cut.
But it was bad, bad hands, just luck of bad, having bad hands. And so, but anyway, next time I'm down. So Isaac, until next time, man, look here, I greatly enjoyed it. Beverly, thank you for coming on and sharing it. Maybe we can get Hottie to come on and join us next time and explain the energy and the physical parts and stuff like that.
That's right.
And being a part of the discussion. Jackie, maybe next time, turn that camera on, get in the frame and join the conversation. So that that'll be an interesting mix, moving forward, if we can get some quality individuals to communicate and be a part of the Fly Trap, as Beverly has this evening. See, Beverly, it wasn't that bad. We didn't attack you, did we?
No, it wasn't bad at all. I
No,
enjoyed it.
we wouldn't do that. This is 2024. We don't have no time for that. We have time. We have time to build. What was the tagline again, Isaac?
Building it while we fly.
No, the tagline for Marriage 360.
Oh, a total view of relationships.
Yeah, bring more people on so we have a total view. There we go.
Yeah, 360 view.
Exactly. Remember, go to Denori. Get your Denori, get the Queen's Blend, King and Queen's Blend, and have fabulous skin. Until next time, peace.
Peace.